Hi everyone. Like this live stream, please, as you come in. I really appreciate it. Like this live stream. Just gonna wait for that 1 minute countdown and we shall start. If you can hear me, please do let me know in the comment section, and please like as a comment, please. I totally forgot about this live stream because I was I was doing something else. So we're just waiting for YouTube to notify the rest of us, and we shall start. Like this live stream as a comment, please. Hello, Abu Bakari. How are you? Right, Abu Bakari, are you a male or a female? Because I need to know. You're always here on time. You're always on time here. Right, so we're just going to get straight into this afternoon's live stream. And I must tell you, a lot has happened. In fact, let me do a quick introduction for those of you who are watching me for the first time, right? I look different, yes. That's because this is my natural hair. So, hi everyone, my name is Wemi Mo, and I'm also known as Thatmumof5 and also known as TMO5 Kanduko. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. Hi Vivi, how are you? So, like I said, there's been a lot that has happened since I said this live stream. So this live stream should have happened yesterday. But like I said before in my previous live streams, that hi Chema Margaret, how are you? As I said in previous live stream, that this matter go long well. This matter go long well because it's gotten lots of traction from people we did not even think would be interested in this case. And we should be concerned if the people who are now interested in it now were not showing or are not showing attention to the matter at hand, because as it is now, two things that we are trying to get rid of, which is a major stigma on Nigerians worldwide, is bribery and corruption. Okay, bribery and corruption. That is the major thing that is going on within this matter of Bobrisky, Verydarkman, Falana and Falana. You know, Falana, because the three Falanas are now together. So Baba Falana's daughter has actually come onto this case as well. Vivi said, looking so much younger. Thank you. Thank you so much. But once someone holds their hair up, does that. So that's exactly. So I've just, in fact, if I show you the back, you don't even want to see the back. I've just blow dried it, so getting it ready for my hairdresser on Monday. Hello, Choice TV. How are you, my beautiful queen? Hello, Abby, my beautiful sister. Much love to you. Instant facelift, oh yes, so instant facelift, yes, so. So, like I was saying, that there's been a lot of updates since this case started. Okay, Baba Falana times three now are onto this case of Verydarkman, Bobrisky, and a radio guard and all jazz. And that radio guard is just go. In fact, we're going to be dissecting all of those things. So when I said there was an update, where I wanted to start off from yesterday, when I said this live stream, was the fact that um Bobrisky came up with a post of like um that he wanted to buy himself. And I'm sure I watched a live stream where somebody said that one will not do us anything. In fact, radio guard Abby, that radio guard is something else. Abby said the sister is one of the Falanos. Yeah, she's the one of the firm. So it's not Falano in three places, because Files himself is a lawyer. Their sister is a lawyer and their dad is a son. So yeah, Falano in three places times three. So Bobrisky came out with a post of like he wanted to buy himself, blah 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 blah. I mean, I was like, no, this guy does not know what he's talking about, because he's the kind of person who flame job, who radiates in saga, okay? And we have people like that on this YouTube. So he came out with that post, and not long after that post, he he decided to become a born again. I told you guys about the fact that he dropped a post whereby he was talking about Second Thessalonians chapter 3. He spoke about Psalm 46 verse 1, and he spoke about Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. We heard all of that, okay? So we heard about the fact that Verydarkman came out to start calling Baba Falana uncle. Meanwhile, Baba Falana is not an uncle. Baba Falana is Baba, because if you look at the age of Fowls, Fowls should be the same age or even older than Verydarkman. So Baba Falana is not an uncle to Verydarkman. So obviously Verydarkman is not willing to apologize, hence why Baba Falana's daughter, Temitope or something, came out. So we also listened to that video yesterday of Verydarkman slightly changing his mouth. Okay. And then there's somebody also called Comrade Deji Anye Adeyanju, who I believe is a lawyer to Verydarkman, who is also countersuing, I believe, saying that Verydarkman did not actually defamed the Falana. But in my own opinion, if we have any learned lawyer in the house, please feel free to chip in. In my own opinion, I felt he defamed the Falanas, starting from Fowls. See, if he had just played that voice recording without making commentary on it, there wouldn't have been any problem. If he played, yes, he had that voice recording, and bear in mind, this is somebody who has said on social media that he has a hacker that asks people stuff for him. So on a normal day, should we have not taken him seriously, or should we have taken him seriously? It's up to you to decide that, okay? So, as I was saying, I felt in my own opinion that he defamed the Falanas. And why I said so was because, see, if he had just played that voice recording without making commentary on it, there wouldn't have been any issue. But in fact, there's a video of where somebody was actually counting how he defamed the Falanas. So let me find it. I saved it. God should just let me find where I saved it. Okay, this guy was like, Verydarkman was speaking about it, and the guy was counting. So let me see if I can find it, because I saved it yesterday. I pray I find it. Because I really want you guys to listen to, so that I'm not the one who's talking about it. This Verydarkman was talking, the way the guy edited it. Verydarkman was talking, and the guy was counting 1, and the guy was counting 2. I really want to find that recording yesterday. Maybe I should have downloaded it rather than saved it on my. Right, guys, leave your thoughts and opinion in the comment too. We are getting there. I'm still trying to find it. I believe I downloaded. Did I download it, or what did I do with it? I'm not sure if I downloaded it. All right, let me go and look into my download. Guys, please like and share this live stream as you comment. Let me find it. I thought I already had all of those recordings. I thought I had all those recordings, man. Oh, this way. So I really want you guys to listen to the way the guy went about that video. Honestly, you guys will laugh. You guys will laugh. I can't seem to find the video, but now if I now go offline now, the video will now come up. I don't know, this is my app. But from that video, the way the guy went on about it, the guy went on about, like, every time Verydarkman spoke, the guy was mentioning 1. Let me see if I can. I'm sure I downloaded it somewhere. Maybe I should go and find the name of the guy. I don't know what I did with that recording. Please bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to find it, okay? I must have saved it under a different thing. It was another funny guy like that. I think his name is Sheung or something on Instagram. It was one that was playing the video as to how Verydarkman defamed them. Bear with me, guys. If I can't find it, we just have to deal with we just have to use what I have. Well, okay, I can't find it, so we just have to use what we've got. Charles said, "Why can't the Falana not sue Bobrisky? It's just a diversion. Falana is even defending, maybe defending Bobrisky. VDM use the word if." So, Charles, like I said, in my own opinion, I want to believe that Bobrisky is their client. whatever they chose to do with Bobrisky is their business and they don't have to publicize it. That is my own opinion. Because based on that voice recording, either Files was the one that reached out to Bobrisky or it was Bobrisky that reached out to him. It does not matter. In my own opinion, I want to believe that Bobrisky is a client to the Falanas. So they owe nobody any explanation of how they are going to have to deal with their issue with Bobrisky, because at the end of the day, Bobrisky being their client, to the best of my knowledge, they can't stop Bobrisky on who he speaks to or what he talks about. Okay, so hence why I felt like they are not really saying anything in regards to Bobrisky being on the phone, because Bobrisky did not ask to be recorded. Thank you so much, Big M. So they are not held, they are not liable, or it is not in their right. When we're talking about GDPR, you know, the way when you have somebody's information, how you use it, how you dissect it, so they can't just come to the public and say, even they can't even come out and say, yes, Bobrisky is our client. It's up to their discretionary to decide if they want to come out and say, oh, this is what we are doing. But to the best of my knowledge, how I understood it, Bobrisky is their client and they are in no way to come out and decide what they or how or what they want to do with what has happened, because like I said, they can't really control who Bobrisky was speaking to or what Bobrisky was talking about, because at the end of the day, Bobrisky did not ask to be recorded. So hence why they are facing Verydarkman, in my own opinion again, is the fact that, see, if Verydarkman has just played that voice recording without making commentary, without saying, homosexual, that song, that is him applying that or implying that Falz was using Diddy oil with Bobrisky, even if, because at the end of the day, someone like you and I identify both the people he was talking about because their names were there anyway. So we are able to put a face to the name. And that thought that Verydarkman was trying to put out there as a narrative of by the way, what is the relationship between Falz and Bobrisky? And then he went on about singing about this, oh, all of them be they do so homosexual, so that is him putting in another narrative. That's why I said if he had just played that reverse recording without putting any commentary on it, it would have been fine. So he went with, what's the relationship between Falz and Bobrisky? Oh, hold on, no. Abi Bobrisky, they do use Diddy oil on Falz. That's number one reason why I said, yes, I felt it defamed the Falanas. Two, he also claimed that, how will Mr. Baba Falana allowed himself to be used to pervert the cause of justice? That is a defamation, because what do you mean? Like I said, he's a son. He has a chamber, and his chamber has the right to take on board anybody as a client. So him coming out to say, I will lose so much respect. Person that represented Baba Fela, this, that. So that's the second instance I felt like it defamed the Falana. And thirdly, Baba Falana is not saying that he's doing pro bono job, and it is not like Verydarkman has no right to be questioning him that he collected 10 million, so you expect Baba Falana and his chambers to do free work. Because as we all know, the way Bobrisky goes about jabulating, saying that, he's rich, he moves with the high and mighty. So if I was a lawyer and I see a client like that who showcases his wealth, do you think I will not give him proper bill? I will give him proper invoice. Say, if you have all these people under your wraps, so that's how much I'm charging. So looking at all this commentary in that voice recording, I believed it defamed them. It did. Okay. So Abby said, we do not actually know if Bob is their client. Bob could have been lying for all we know. Well, that's another angle. But for the fact that the Falanas have not actually said anything to that regard, I want to believe he's their client. And I think he's their client also because Falz said from the paper he used to summon Verydarkman that it was Bobrisky who reached out to him, not the other way around. So that is how I'm able to come to the conclusion that I think it was their clients. So hi Zeno, how are you? Abby said, however, VDM is liable because he put out the recording and also made comments. Yes, so as it is now, I believe Bobrisky knew who that guy was, because there's pictures and videos of that guy everywhere. The guy in question, it's been alleged that he is a married nurse in the US. His picture is all over everywhere on social media in videos. That is well, Bobrisky, the guy is his friend. And when Bobrisky was like, I will tell the world that we were you were doing. So the guy had allegedly denied it because VDM said he hacked the guy. The guy said, no, I never did anything like that with Bobrisky. So this guy is been named as a nurse, a married nurse living in the US. So we leave it at that. Abby said, there's a difference between libel and defamation in this context. Libel is a published false statement. VDM published exactly. So you need to come and let us know that that recording is real or not. Big M said VDM is not supposed to mention the Falanas and their business. See, even if you even mentioned, obviously it was not the one that mentioned them. It was from the voice recording. It was Bobrisky that mentioned them. So what I'm saying in essence is that it shouldn't have made any commentary about why did Baba Falana collect money. That Baba Falana person that was representing Fela, he go for my hand though, I will lose all respect. That is you that is you putting rubbish to it, but the man's name when you don't have an iota of what the man stands for or the role of the man in what is on ground, even using the word that he allowed himself to be used to divert the cause of justice. That's a ridiculous claim by him anyway. So hence why I felt like, you know what, let them meet in court. He was given 24 hours to apologize. He refused. He came out. He started changing mouth. Uncle Falana, I cannot disrespect you. That was not what he was asking for. You were asked to withdraw all of your statements and apologize, and he refused. Big Game said VDM is not supposed to mention in the Falanas and their business. Okay. Abby said yes. Reached out to Faust to lend 3 million. We don't know what else Faust did exactly. Troy said Big Game yes. Abby said, but because he published it without comment, it is still libel. Exactly. Hi Zoe, how are you? For me, when that recording came out, my first thought was that if you really want to get to the bottom of the matter, if he really didn't have anything negative or if he doesn't have something to gain from this matter, why did he not reach out to the Falana chambers to say, oh, by the way, I received a voice recording and your name was mentioned, your role in so was mentioned. Do you have anything to say to this? Because I intend going public with it. I'm sure if he did that, all what we are facing, all what we are talking about now, we won't be discussing it. We will just be chasing the prison correctional officer who is in Abuja, Bobrisky and his godfather. Those will be the people, and EFCC, those will be the people that we're going to be talking about now. But as it is, no, it's too buga. It's too full of that, because at the end of the day, education is not scam. Those of us that are going to school, we know it is a must for us. It is not as if because we have a lot of time to waste, no, but because we know the importance of education. Okay. So other things I want us to reach out to. So I saved a lot of posts. Okay, I saved a lot of posts. So I'm going to be going through it one by one. It might not follow in order, but we'll be talking about it. So here on a channel, on a news page on social media, Goldmine TV said, it's been 3 days now that the Interior Minister suspended 5 senior prison officials over bribery allegations. But our almighty anti-corruption agency, which is EFCC, headed by a pastor, is still setting up panel to investigate. How long is it going to take them to investigate what actually happened? Why the money laundering charge was dropped? Was Bobrisky in prison or not? And we're going to get to that video of that Baba EFCC, the Baba, we're going to get there. So now, between the Correctional Service and the EFCC, who is fighting corruption? I would say both the Correctional Service and the EFCC should be investigated. And it should not be anybody. So it should be an outside body that will investigate EFCC and the Correctional Service, because it's obviously clear that the Correctional Service is how would I say that, is corrupt. And then EFCC is the king and giant of the most corruptive organization in Nigeria. I said it bam with my full chest. So Michael said, why are you guys going after VDM instead of that? Right, Michael, I guess you've just joined us. So if you are in a rush, maybe you rewind back and start from where I started, or you take your chilled coffee, do not type nonsense here, and listen to where we are going, because I don't want anybody to distract me, okay? Zeno said, this is a typical case of inserting yourself in drama unnecessary. Absolutely, you are right, Zeno. What's the correlation between the voice note and the money he was owing? Ataya. If it is, and also if it is not personal vendetta, because honestly, I really want to know the origin of the hatred between Verydarkman and Bobrisky. Have they knocked the same man before? Because we all know Verydarkman used to be somebody that sells his bola. He used to be the one that has gone down, down the road with men before. And Bobrisky, I want to believe Bobrisky is doing both sides. So have they had the same person before? And that person now, maybe Bobrisky snatched Verydarkman boyfriend, or the other way around. I really want to know the genesis of their problem, because this Tom and Jerry race between both of them, I don't understand. I really don't understand. Marco, Nigeria. Zeno said VDM's hunger for relevance makes him lose focus. You know what? Don't get me wrong, guys. In as much as I'm not his fan, there are some things in this regard that he has done really well, and there are some things that he has actually gone overboard. So when we are saying the good things he's done, we should also be calling out the wrong things he's done as well. So this is not a witch hunt. This is not a witch hunt. Yes, I am happy that we are trying to root out the bribery and corruption in Nigeria, but then bribery and corruption has been in Nigeria for years. For years. VDM just wake up in another. VDM just enter Nigeria from another planet that he did not know that bribery and corruption has been in existence for years. Is it just knowing about bribery and corruption has been in existence since the time of Abacha? Because during that time of Abacha, I did get small sense then. I was just growing up. So I knew from there, if at my age, I'm 41, if I am aware of bribery and corruption for a very young age of maybe 12 or 10 years old, so what the F is BDM coming out to say? And we have to fight bribery and corruption. Wait if Allah fight before them buy him. Wait till MK or Abiola fight before them buy him. So all of these things that we're trying to root out, this is that bribery and corruption has always been another emblem in Nigerian politics or in Nigerian democracy. I have to say that to you. And if you are a Nigerian and you're saying that you don't know that, well, maybe you are from another planet of Nigeria. Okay? Please like this live stream for me, guys. Abby said, I don't think it was necessary for VDM to reach out to the Falanas. Morally, it's right, but it's not a necessity. It's not a journalist. Abby, why I said that was that at the end of the day, when he now brings that video out, his focus will now be on Bobrisky, EFCC, and his godfather. It wouldn't have made all of those commentary about, what's the relationship between Faz and Bobrisky? Is Faz now using Didi Hoy with him, alleged that he was homosexual? Nah, in my own opinion, somebody with a common sense. And further on, you were like, that Baba Falana's chambers is the emergency contact that he has in his head. Say, God forbid, he finds himself in any legal matter or in an emergency legal matter case, the Falana's number is the one in his head. So he has them as, what is that number that your phone will call? SOS. He has that chamber as an SOS on his head. But then when you saw something that I knew that it could probably maybe put them in a bad light, he came straight to social media with it. Michael said, I am happy VDM exposed everything instead of this unnecessary political correctness and idol worshiping, which is leading Nigeria into. I am not idol worshiping anybody, Michael. So go and take several thousand seats behind, okay? Abby said that voice notes. Right. I don't want to be scrolling up on the screen. So Abby said that voice note shouldn't have been used. If anything, VDM should have told Bob about it, since the idea was to force him to pay the debt. Exactly. Obviously, this guy said, Bobrisky told the guy that he should go do his worst. And Bobrisky would have known that it was VDM straight away. And for the fact that VDM now came out to say Bobrisky, when VDM was reading those messages, Bobrisky should have just gone ahead and paid that money. That's why I said there's some sort of tussle between VDM and Bobrisky, and we really need to know what's actually going on between them. Are they knocking the same man and the same man jigs them or whatever? I really need to know, because this seems like a witch hunt, not really about the probably bribery and corruption in Nigeria. I don't think this is all about this. It's not all about that. I'm sorry. Mabi says, I also think he has that I did it first. That I did it first. He will be the one to experience it first. I also think he also has that I did it for mentality. He likes to do exclusive things. Okay. Michael says, so if bribery and corruption has always been there, so we should be going about not working to stop it or chastise those who are fine. Michael, since you know about it, what have you done? Why wait till Bobrisky? Why wait till Verydarkman starts talking? What have you done? You've done fuck nothing. So don't let me come for you. Zeno said, Michael, no one is saying the corruption isn't happening. So no one is condoning Bob. VDM is capitalizing on the Falana. Exactly. Calling them for doing their job, for Christ's sake. Not even saying their chamber is encouraging corruption. Exactly that. Did you not go and watch the video again? That Baba Falana, that will be, if it's true, I will be so disappointed that Baba Falana allowed them to use him, and not in the sun. I bet, which education qualification did Verydarkman has? Does he have a YX certificate? Talk more Polytechnic, HND, OND? and he's coming out with his chest to say that somebody is son of such. Even as I did so, they no bomb me will make I use that kind of word. Because regardless of whatever you are in society, you should respect the journey of somebody you can't even stand one fourth beside what they've achieved in terms of what they've done for the country before you. When you were walking about with the pants all over the place, do you know what do you know what that Baba was doing for Nigeria? You don't know. All of a sudden, you don't grow chest, you don't grow muscle. You think you can open your and start talking. No, no. Abi said Nigerians are funny. So many of them know the reputation of Falana and the good work he has done. But as usual, as long as you don't present yourself as poor, you will never get full support. Exactly. And Anna's expression, how I use both libel and standard. Exactly, my correct people. I wish Oyoyo's world is there. She'll come and tell us more. So just as we're saying, EFCC and the Correctional Service should be investigated, and it should be an outside party, it should be an external party that will be investigating them. So with that being said, let's move on. So here, obviously, Baba Falana's daughter, who's also a lawyer, came out, was on a social media news channel, something, and she was saying something, and this boy also replied her. Like, does he have to speak about everything? He seems to have a response for everything. So let's listen to what this Baba Falana's daughter said in that interview.
Because also this Verydarkman fellow he's always, notoriously saying things, sometimes true, sometimes not. So I was like, I think people know this guy is notorious. I don't think anybody's really going to believe this.
All right. First of all,
so he's going to reply the girl now.
We have already said we are going to court.
Yeah. So why are you two now talking again?
You go on podcast. You call me names. You chase clouds. The first time for your write-up, you call me ridiculous fellow. Now they call me notorious.
Ridiculous, notorious.
First of all, before I even talk, go far. Who are you in everything? You understand? And
she be somebody.
You downplay me. You understand? Without your father, who are you? Without your father, I don't even remember your name. That's why I call you foul sister. I don't know who you be without this thing. I didn't even know your father had a daughter before this. So when they call me lost, they call me notorious. You better watch your mouth. We already said we are going to court. Let's go to
this
court.
Guy is delusional.
You they claim say cloud chaser, and now you they go use my name till they chase clouds. Do you understand? Madam, don't act as if Verydarkman woke up in the morning and just call names. You understand? Now the name went there for audio now call.
But you had your but you made your own commentaries.
When I want leave who call on a name for inside where they commit atrocities, and when I want call for me where the soft spot, no wahala. I got no problem with that. Do you understand? If they talk, everybody they talk. This is no see. Now law will not be. Now lawyers will not be. Will not be God. I don't talk before. I say give or take 6 months. You want me past 6 months? You don't go past like that. Make I shake. I'm not no man. I will not shake for you now. If they come, they talk. If they leave me and you for a standard court, I will even win you. Because you don't even feel, you don't even sabi talk. I don't want to you.
Oh, then the lawyer, no sabi talk.
Call me names. He's a plus fellow. Now you don't add notorious on top.
So he's angry. He's upset. He's upset because it was called notorious. But did you heard what you referred his brother as? With no evidence of that. What's that English now? Oh God, when I'm not on live stream, English is always easy. But when I'm on live stream like this, English just disappear. Vocabulary just disappear. You likened him, you likened his sexuality to something that you don't have evidence of. So his sister now called you notorious. You are upset. This guy will cry inside Pangolo. He will cry inside Koroba. Somebody should help me give him a bucket. So he's upset because somebody called him notorious. Let's keep listening to him.
You gotta check the meaning of these words.
So what can get to you like this?
If your people can represent themselves, which one be all this way they go jump up and down, they do. You don't see opportunity. The daughter that nobody ever knew existed.
That's because she's been minding her business now.
If not so they say they jump. When your guy man talks say Mr. Yakubu and must be fraudster. You know talk that one saying refer to the man as fraudster. You know talk that one. That's why they call him now. When you be me originates the name now a problem. After what he has done for Nigeria, what has he done? Do you understand? What has he done? I can bring out everything I've done.
What have you said? What you don't do? You buy borehole. You pay for ticket for person where go Dubai, go do whatever. What you?
Great people car glass. I turn down. You understand? I do it because I be patriotic citizen, not because of anybody know me. Do you understand? Open your mouths, they talk to me, they call ridiculous and notorious. Don't let me see you. But this is just a final morning. If you go on any podcast, just leave my name. If you want to talk about me, talk about me. Don't add names to it. Notoriously.
So that's the word that girl called him, and he's mad.
Fast sister, like I said, I don't know your name and I don't ever want to know your name. If you get personal beef with it, it's obvious. If like say I don't call out one of your friends before when they do bad things.
Wow.
Maybe I don't call out one of your friends.
Wow.
Because all of now, the big fun I get for me be that. When we people want to be able to do things and nobody.
Exactly, Vivi. This how upset he is.
This will be the final and last one. If you go on anywhere again and call my name, you know go like what you go come up from my mouth.
Jasper, please, so list in the comment section what he has done. He made borehole. He paid a ticket of a girl who was somewhere in Dubai and needed a ticket back home. What else has he done? What else has he done? Has he done 1/3 or 1/4 of what Baba Falana did in his entire life? What has he done other than selling bola, selling cucumber? What has he done? Because I don't understand you. I really want you to list all he has done in the comment section. If you don't listen, if you just, I'm going to block you from my channel. What has he done? It's not even about what he has done. It's about ridiculing somebody's life, what job experience or work experience. So somebody now go, or the man's daughter now go on social media now, call him notorious. And he's mad. He's raving mad like a barking dog. But then you were out there saying his brother was using DD oil with Bobrisky. You guys should be opening your ears when you are listening to something and be thinking, be using your medulla oblongata to be thinking and to be reasoning it before you type something. Because if you drop shit here, I will give you shit. So I'm moving on from there. Like I said, guys, I'm commending him. I'm commending him for what he has done, and I also have to cuss him out for what he has done. So I'm not choosing side in this regard. Okay, I'm not choosing side in this regard. We're just assessing what's out there and what he will have done to avoid all this going up and down over the internet that we are doing. Michael said, so Abby said, how do you feel is irrelevant where the law is concerned? Big M said, was this selling cucumber? He has done that in the past. He's a known homosexual, okay? If you don't know. Michael says she already said she was taking him to court if he doesn't apologize. So with that, as Verydarkman stopped talking, he's not stopped talking either. Verydarkman has not stopped talking either. So he has not stopped talking and he's been upset at someone for calling him notorious. Is he not notorious? So the girl they use his whole mouth, they talk. Into they use his whole mouth to jambla. So they are both talking. So why should that now be upsetting him? He has also not stopped talking. He didn't apologize as a man. Okay, when they, just like the girl said, when they get to court, they go and say that man, no, whatever, I don't care. But then you can't just go out here because you got something, just because you want to come out and say, I did it first. You're now rubbishing somebody's career. And a career or a job or whatever service you think they shouldn't have been given, you can't tell them who they should take as a client. You can't tell them who they should give services to. Because at the end of the day, no matter how they find you guilty or not guilty, you are still allowed a legal counsel and you are still allowed your time in court. So why ridicule the Baba? Why? And hence why I'm saying is that whatever this Falana chamber decided to do about Bobrisky, I felt there's no reason to come to the public because in my own opinion, I believe Bobrisky was their client. And Bobrisky was only their client after Bobrisky. It was when Bobrisky pled guilty with his previous lawyer. That was when Bobrisky realized that shit, this lawyer that was using has put me into Dagbana. It was when Bobrisky realized that he was not going to be let away, he was not going to be given a fine. That was when he realized that he needs to swap his lawyers. Hence why he reached out to Fowles. And so, what was their offense? That they decided to help him out. Why is she going around calling him names? And she claims she's a lawyer. What kind of, well, Michael, go and tell that to her face. All this one that you are talking with no face, go and tell that to her face, okay? For me, I would not insult somebody if you don't pass an insult, okay? And also, I think we should all learn from this as well. You might not agree with somebody. It's okay, because at the end of the day, when we are all sleeping, we all don't sleep in the same direction, and these fingers are not equal. So you don't necessarily have to agree with me. I don't necessarily have to agree with you. But if you're now starting to curse, calling public name, saying this, then you are setting yourself for, anything to be said to you. So I felt it was the one who opened that avenue of insults. Hence why this girl is giving him the same energy. And now he is upset because she called him notorious, blah, 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 blah. And he has come to reply her again, saying, Shebi, you said we are going to court. You take my name off your mouth. And he is now saying that, I think I know. He is now saying that he believes this is a personal vendetta because he felt like he has called one of these girls' friend before. Like, come on. Why would you even think that because you've already called one of our friends out before, that was why she's coming for you and stuff like that? Come on, VDM, you need to grow up, man. Loud Bass said, please at Thatmumof5, learn something. Listen to the Bob's call carefully. You are sound like a typical Nigerian who is comfortable with bigotry. The street of VDM is... So Loud Bass, like I told you, I've listened to that voice call. I've listened to it. Yes, it was Bobrisky who mentioned those things. Fine. But then, why I am saying I felt like he defamed them was the fact that he said, and I quote, he sang a song about homosexual, I don't want to call it here, about Agege. He sang a song, okay? And then he went on, by the way, what is the relationship between Fowls and Bobrisky? Abi Fowls too, they do. So that is nothing to you, Abi. Loud Bass. Somebody insinuating that you are an homosexual when you are not, or there's no evidence of that anyway. And it's putting out there as a question. Like I said, he could have just played that voice recording and make no commentary involving Fowls and his dad. He shouldn't have made any comment. See, if he's not commented and said something about those people, it would have been just fine. I'm sure the Falanas would not even say anything wrong in it. But because of that commentary he made, that is why I felt, in my own opinion, like I said, you may have a different opinion, that's fine. I'm not asking you to accept my opinion, and I'm not going to agree with your opinion as well, but you are free to drop your opinion. But what I'm saying in essence is this: if you had just played that voice recording and then is maybe made the commentary about, hey, Bobrisky, not true, you don't go prison, it will be fine. Hey, by the way, who is Bobrisky's godfather? It's fine. So you borrow money everywhere. You don't feel pay person money. That's fine. Hey, EFCC, who be the correctional officer? Let him make commentary in regards to all of that. But then you now call the Baba, say the Baba allowed himself to be used. Like, but they already said they are going to court. It will be lovely to see the outcome of what's going to happen in court. So we're just discussing and dissecting, because at the end of the day, nobody's making money for trouble. Okay? Nobody's making money for trouble. There, in my own opinion, there's a way you could have gone about this. It is not everything is easy bringing social. And I said in my video yesterday that here in the UK, if a crime or anything happens and you happen to have an information, let's say, for example, I'm sitting down here and I noticed something that could help with an investigation into a crime I believe has been shared by the police here. I'm not going to come and sit down here and say, by the way, there's a crime in my area, but then I have this proof. I'm not going to come out here and discuss that proof or evidence I think might help with that information. No, I will go straight to the police station and say, by the way, the case you guys are solving or the case you guys announced, I've got something I feel would help you. I will go and tender it to the police, not straight to social media. Zeno said, Michael, I don't think you are reading the comments to these comments on that. So you just want to attack. Let him keep attacking. I'm going to block him from my channel, because if he's not going to be reasonable here, I'm going to chalk you out. Okay. Nigeria full of wala. Nigeria is full of wala, and it's not going to end soon with these ones. Barnabas, no makeup today. It's Saturday. It's the weekend. Allow your skin breathe. If you're not going out, allow your skin breathe. So yeah, no makeup today. Most days I don't wear makeup. I just do brows, mascara, eyeliner. That's all I do. The rest of the place, that's how I go to work. Loudbase said, you know what, Loud, if you are not choosing side, then be diplomatic so we can clearly weigh the errors on both sides. So Loudbase, feel free to drop your own the error that you think has been made on both sides, because for me, I have pointed it out here. To the best of my opinion, I do not think the Falana has made any error. What error? From that voice recording, I do not think they have made any error. Like I said, they are a solicitor, they are a law firm, and they could be called at any time to step in for anybody. Only if they don't have the capacity to take on a case will they maybe refer that person elsewhere. But if they have the capacity and they decide to take this case, who is anybody, who is VDM to tell them that, oh, Bobrisky allowed them to be used as. So I'm going to be reading comments later, but I just want us to go through the stuff that I've been able to save towards this case. So obviously Bobrisky said he was going to unalive himself. VDM also said he's going to unalive himself if they don't expose the name of the controller, blah blah blah, all of that. And they shared a picture of what Bobrisky used to look like before. That's what Bobrisky was before he became a fine babe. So the post between Verydarkman and Bobrisky said, Verydarkman, all your emotional blackmail won't work this time around. You think I'm weak. Just because I chose to come doesn't mean I'm scared of you. Even Bobrisky is pouring petrol. And he then replied to Bobrisky saying that, no, Bobrisky now said, nobody can send all my helper away from me. I repeat, you can't manipulate lies upon lies to send all my helper away from me, because everybody doesn't have evil hearts. Excuse me, some people are still amazing. So Bobrisky's page is now back. Bobrisky's page is now back because before he privated all of his posts. Now he's starting to post stuff again. So I think maybe his godfather has given him my jolobo yeah. My jolobo yeah. I think his godfather say, Bobrisky, continue dancing. I am watching from the back. So obviously for him, because like I said, when that voice recording was released, he made a post to debunk it. Shortly after he posted that post, he deleted it. And for me, I felt like that was an admittance of guilt. That yes, whatever it is that was in that voice recording was the truth. So why debunk and then you deleted the post? He made 2 posts like that and then he deleted them straight after he posted them up. So for me, he's guilty of what he said there. And also, in my own opinion, I believe that voice recording was real. Me, I've not seen AI that is speaking Yoruba. Maybe there's one, but me, I've not heard it. But if you compare that voice recording that VDM released to the one Radio Guard released, it matches. Those voice recordings sound exactly the same. And all of you here, I'm sure you have heard Bobrisky talk or speak. So it's not a matter of they doctored it. No, they did not doctor anything. That voice recording seemed real and it seemed exactly like Bobrisky's voice. So let me recommend and then we'll move ahead. Right, I'm not reading Michael's comments. I trade with E. Zeno said, sure, he can, and he feels that then okay. Zeno, you still have time to be replying down. I'm not reading any of his comments, so it wouldn't have been fine. It's still libel. Loudbase said, if is a probability 0.1. So if that if was a probability, so you think the Falanos chamber would decide to go ahead and sue and summon him to court? If that 0.1 is a probability, you guys, except you have gone to the school of law, that is where you tell me that these Falana people do not have the right to sue Verydarkman. Only if you have gone to whatever class they do in law school would you come out and say they shouldn't come, because other lawyers who are actually not involved in this case, they've come out here to put their opinion out that yes, it defamed them. Zeno said, please read my comment again. I said I don't know if the chamber represented Bob, not that he didn't ask for money. Abby said as long as other people's names were called, he shouldn't have played that record. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, because there are other people in it, and if you actually hold those people in high esteem, if you actually respect them, you will have contacted them first. That's what I would have done. If such record, that voice record that Verydarkman had, if something like that got into my hand, and I know that, oh, Falana is a son, is a well-respected person. Oh, Files, yeah, I sabi Files, this is that. I will reach out to them and say, oh, by the way, I've got a recording. In this recording, your dad's name was mentioned here. Do you mind, letting me know? You know, at least I'm sure if he's done that, see all these things going on now, there won't be any need for it. There won't be any need for it. I don't Michael, I don't know loud bass. I don't know if I've still got it saved up, but let me find it. So I'm just going through, I'm going to go through all the stuff that I've saved, and then I will see loud bass. I will see if I can find that voice recording again, because when I downloaded it, I chopped off all the unnecessary things there so that we could just listen to the voice recording. But I don't know if I've still got it here. Okay. Obviously, the Minister of Interior came out, you know, it was behind the officers being suspended, the correctional officers in Abuja. Those ones, they've already packed them up. So we need to find out about what is happening. And it's been going on about talking about Tinubu, that because obviously Tinubu has been reshuffling ministers. So it's coming out now that Tinubu better not reshuffle that interior minister, because it was the brain behind arresting the correctional or Abuja correctional prison officer in Abuja or something, that he should not reshuffle that guy. That if Tinubu reshuffle that interior minister, that is going to protest. Like, what is his business? So is he now the one telling the government how to run the government? I'm going to leave that one there. So, like I said, House of Rep, they already discussed this information. So I'm going by what I discussed, okay? And when I find the video, I'll play it. House of Rep also, they've invited EFCC chairman, Verydarkman and Bobrisky. And for me, in my own opinion, I felt that EFCC chairman should resign. Because if you're not able to arrest Yahaya Bello, all these months you've been telling us that you're not able to, you've been summoning Yahaya Bello to come. Yahaya Bello came to Lagos in our office, in no arrest him. In no arrest him. So, in my own opinion, EFCC chairman should resign. Yeah, amidst all of these things, he should resign. So that's that being said. And then to the case of the Baba of EFCC that says that the reason why Bobrisky was not put in so. Let's listen to that video.
A private accommodation to.
So this man is Bishop Kayode Williams. He is the what's he called? Is something. Is the Director General Prison Rehabilitation Mission. So let's listen to him.
The prison. Let me go straight to the issue of prison, and I will start from the area of.
And let me see if I can find that video of Verydarkman.
A private accommodation to Mr. Idris. First of all, let me explain the categorization of the prison setup because the prison, which we call now Correctional Service, has buildings that accommodate convicted criminals and awaiting trials, including condemned criminals. When they enter the prison for the first time, they have to put them on proper recording. Who is this inmate? Where is it to be kept? This man we are discussing today is neither here nor there as a man or a woman to be recognized.
So, guys, I'm going to pause it there. We all know that when Bobrisky appeared in court, he identified as a male. Okay? He identified as a male. So, if you identified as a male in court, you're going to be put in male holding. If you tell them in court that you be woman and you be man, if you told them you are a woman, you would have been placed in a woman facility. If you told them that you are both, it's understandable. And then maybe they will have put him in a single cell that would just be him. I know obviously Nigeria, they don't have the facilities to, people who are changing gender and stuff, they don't have the facility for them. But he identified as a male while he was in court. So automatically they will put him in prison, in male facility. And I believe that all those things that he's using to cover up as a woman, he's wearing them. He's wearing silicone. That thing that he's putting on his weaves, no be proper. In my own opinion, I don't believe he's changed. I don't think he's changed his body composure. He's wearing silicone. If you go to AliExpress, all those booby, All those booby that he's putting on his chest, you find the different size, different color, you find it there. The hips that he's wearing, you find it there. If you look at him when he was walking out of the prison, out of court in his black outfit, look at how straight he was in that outfit. That is how you will know that all those things, he wears them. He wears the breast, he wears the hips. That's what he does. And all those pictures that he's showing fine skin, now editing. Now editing, they make the skin look like that. So, in my own opinion, what this Baba is saying here to me, I'm sorry to say, does not make sense. He was asked in court, what do you identify as? He identified himself as a man. So why would they not put him in a male prison? And if, okay, at the end of the day, they felt like, oh, because he has female attributes, if they put him in a male prison, the prisoners there might, my shurubo, then EFCC should come out and tell us that, okay, we have special facilities for either people of high caliber or, let us know. And then explain to us that it is because he has a woman feature, he has this, that we place him in a separate facility. But then should that facility have been outwit the correctional center? No. Should that facility have been outwit the correctional, because exactly lies, because here in the UK, if you don't say you be man, or if you are a man, as long as you get pig, now inside male prison they go put you. You get breast, you get hippo, now inside male prison they will put you. As long as you don't have the other thing on the side. If you are known as a man and you have changed everything to you are now a woman, they will put you in female prison. Even there was a time I heard a news about somebody that was just going through their realignments. This guy is still getting, obviously he now looks like exactly like Bobrisky, boob, everything. He was still placed in I think they fought for him to be placed in a female holding center. Where they lock you up in prison, you. Yeah, where they kill in the prison, in the female quarter that they put him. But instantly they put him back into the male prison. Okay, we thought you were this. No. So that's why I said in that comment that he identified as a male. If he had claimed that he was a woman, head to toe, in total, in and out, they will have made provisions for him. But for the fact that he identified as something else, he should have been placed in a male prison. And he does not have he shouldn't have been given the preferential treatment for a godfather to now call the correctional prison officer. Ma worry. Oh, this no prison yet. Daniel, this prison. It was now outwit the prison facility. We heard it from the voice record that I was in an apartment not far away from the prison. So he was definitely not in prison. He was not eating a walobi shorodo. He was not drinking gadi and hot water. He was not eating diluted beans and water. So what is the essence of him being corrected if he was not in the correctional facility? So EFCC chairman should resign. The Abuja correctional whatever should resign. The godfather, the hell that godfather is, he should be publicized and shamed. Yes, it should be. And if possible, at the end of the year, Bobrisky will have to go back and spend that 6 months in proper jail. After he has removed all those extra stuff he's strapped on. Loud bass, please if I play what Bob said for not this in live. I'm gonna play it now. So I found that video now. I found it. Let me play it here. So you guys will have to listen to all the commentary that Verydarkman made. I'm just waiting for it to load. I'm just waiting for it to load. So I don't want to waste our time with the talk of that Baba correctional, whatever he called himself.
A lot of names will be mentioned. These are people that I also respect, and I believe a lot of Nigerians respect them.
So that's the voice recording of Verydarkman, okay? Let me charge my laptop.
That are involved in this, and I believe that this call recording that I'm about to play, even Bobrisky will not expect it. That is what is crazy. But all the people that will be mentioned, I don't care. You understand? I don't care. And from today, no longer respect for all of you. You understand?
Did you hear that? He said all of these people no longer respect for all of you.
The law only work against the poor people. Do you understand? Now, after this video, I would expect that the EFCC will do a deep investigation on everybody that is involved in this case. And also, they will
Thank you, Charles.
The whole officers that participated in this and collected and spent this money that is involved. Thank you very much. So I will start by playing the call. As you can see, it is a call. Listen.
You know, I'm a very big influencer. I have over 5 million followers on my Instagram. So my Facebook. And they're paying me on my Facebook every month. So
Yes, all right. In respect.
Sorry, guys, I don't know why that stopped.
Yes, all right.
I'm going to forward it to where Bobrisky started talking.
That in Nigeria. Thank you very much. So I will start by playing.
So I'm okay. So they were like, all those money cannot still make me buy a house of 50 million naira and paying off. And we have stayed in a Chevron, blah, 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 blah. The shop put the money laundry shop. They charged me to court. So when they charged me to court, we had to beg them that, okay, if they want to remove the money laundering, how much would they collect? They said we should go and bring 15 million that they will remove the money laundering.
So EFCC asked him to go and bring 15 million naira so they could drop the charge of the money laundering. So why did they drop the money laundering? Why did EFCC ask him to go bring 15 million? So this is a case where EFCC should be investigated, and they should be investigated by an external party, external body, because they are the person who are investigating crimes like this only for them to be involved in the crime. So who are the people who asked him to go bring 15 million? Name them, shame them, and then with that being said, the entire commission should be investigated. Loudbase said, not VDM, but Bob's call. Yeah, that's Bob's call that I'm playing now. So it was VDM who shared it. So VDM started with an intro, and then this is the call now. That's Bobrisky talking.
Part of the video. A lot of things.
So that was why I said each time I felt like that was why I said in the beginning that it was Bobrisky, it was Verydarkman's commentary towards the Falana that I felt that he defamed them. So you guys are going to listen to what he has to say, because the one I had before, I removed all of Verydarkman's voice so that we could hear Bobrisky, but now you can hear both Bobrisky and Verydarkman, okay? So I'm not going to say anything. I will just allow you guys to listen to it. It's about 8 minutes or something long.
Will be unveiled. First things first, you heard it from Bobrisky. EFCC charged him 15 million naira to remove the money laundry charge that was charged against him. If you remember, when this case against Bobrisky starts, there was a money laundry charge, but from nowhere, they dropped the money laundry charge. So obviously, Bobrisky paid EFCC 15 million naira to remove the...
By the way, some people are saying that Bobrisky could be lying in that voice record, that maybe he was just saying to that person on the phone all those stories so that that person will be convinced or could be maybe moved and then give him money. Eventually, I think that guy who gave him 4 million Arabi. So keep listening.
Money laundry charge. It's crazy that EFCC claim that they are fighting against financial crime. Do you understand? But they are deeply involved in financial crime. So they remove the money laundry. Anyways, let's continue. There's a lot of things in this call recording.
Up to my friend, I called my friend, because I can't use my account. I wanted to send money from my account, but it said I'm still under investigation. I cannot withdraw from my account. So I now called a few of my friends. Polanco, LLA. That Polanco, yeah, is my favorite.
Who is that Polanco? Who is that LLA? Because all the people in this video, they have to put a name to all the people he named, though. At least we know most of the people that he mentioned in this video now. But that LLA Polanco, who is that person?
So I called him. I told him. I was like, no, I can't want to send the whole set. I can't want to send the whole set. He now gave me, I gave him my brother's account. He now sent 8 million naira. He can't want to already send the same year. Yeah. I was even shocked that he can send that kind of amount of money. He said, Omo Kijini was a very nice person. So I called Demola in New York. He is my friend too. Demola sent 1 million naira because I had to call the people I'm close to, people I trust. Demola sent me 1 million. Yeah, Demola sent me 1 million naira. Immediately transferred 1 million naira to my account. Then I called other few people because I can't start making call because I don't know who set me up. So let me not start calling the wrong people. Do you understand?
Sure.
Yeah. So I called the people I trust. So the money shall convicted to me. Then I remove money laundering. Then I took me to court for spraying of money.
Big I think why Cubana chief priest got away was because he pleaded not guilty. But in Bobrisky's case, he pleaded guilty. So na charge and bail lawyer, Bobrisky go use. Cubana chief priest use correct lawyer. So I think that's just the difference.
And I know that.
So you heard him. After he paid the money to EFCC removed money laundering and they now removed that charge and took him for spraying money. Do you understand? So EFCC, people collect money to drop charges. This is crazy. And these are the people that want to fight for financial crime. Tomorrow night, you're going to tell us, you want to arrest.
Loud base, what do you mean by liars will die young? Who is lying here? I don't understand you. I hope I'm not the one you are referring to as a liar, because whatever it is, I'm not lying. It is what's on social media that I'm sharing here.
Are we sure that if you arrest him, you will not collect money for dropping charges? Wow, EFCC, this is crazy. But anyways, it doesn't end here. Let's continue.
The old things started from when they gave me best female dress. You saw that video, right? That they gave me best female dress.
Yes,
That's when the
yes,
old
I
things
did.
yeah, that's when the old things started from, jealousy, everything.
Envy.
So we shall got to court. I shall told them that I'm guilty, that maybe God will even pity me or say, oh yeah, pay fine.
I know.
Or community service. Sadly, the court sentenced me. So, I was on my way to the prison. Then my godfather called me and said, you will not enter that prison, don't worry. Let me make arrangements for an apartment.
So who be Bobrisky's godfather? And you guys were here with your own ears. He was never in prison.
To the prison. It's going to call the controller in Nigeria, that's overall in Nigeria and Abuja, and talk to them. They shall talk before I come back. Then I took me to one apartment that I must not come out till I finish my sentence. That the Oga said they should come out. The Oga said they should come and keep me here. That I mustn't go enter data, but nobody should know that I'm not there.
Yes.
So they said the guy will collect money. He wanted to give them 7.
Wait. Who is this Bobrisky's godfather?
My question as
Called
well.
the Controller General of Prison in Abuja and instructed him that he should not let Bobrisky to enter prison. And the Controller General of Prison now gave Bobrisky an apartment outside the prison. Do you understand? An apartment outside the prison that he should stay there and he will not enter the prison. So Bobrisky didn't go to prison, obviously.
Exactly.
Basically, the prison obviously is for the poor men and for the poor masses.
The poor man like
this
BDM.
Is how the EFCC come and lie to us. Say they don't prove somebody, they don't arrest one big.
See all the talks he was talking here. I agree with him 100%. 100%.
For financial crime. But they go no go arrest the man, they no go sentence him, or carry him. Go give her one lodge somewhere and he no go enter prison. This is what is going on in Nigeria. Do you understand? The law is only against the common and the poor men. Now the poor man, they go prison. But Bobrisky, one godfather somewhere, that godfather, he will come out. And the controller of prisons, the controller general of prisons, you have to come out and defend this. If not, I will continue rubbishing your name online.
I believe that controller general has already been suspended or something. I think 5 other officers or so, they've already been suspended.
Controller general of prisons. So this is how they call you to remove prisoners. After the court have sentenced the prisoner, you will remove them. But that's not all. Let's continue.
Okay, let's continue.
I had to call Elele again because there's nobody for me to call. Elele gave me 2 million, the balance of 2 million. So now I'm supposed to come out in what's it called? Ending of July next month.
Okay.
29. Okay. his father is a son. So father reached out to me. His father spoke to me. His father said we can apply for pardon.
Okay.
That pardon the president because he was.
Wait, Fal's the bad guy.
Listen,
I
no.
can't even believe this. Fal's the bad guy contacted Bobrisky. And Femi Falana contacted his father, and his father, Femi Falana, spoke to Bobrisky in order to divert justice.
Did you hear that? In order to divert justice. Is that not a crazy allegation there? Keep listening. I'm sure you heard, though. You heard. You heard what his commentary about that was.
And these same files, if this story is true, these same files have the audacity to come out and say it's fighting against the government for oppression. That I want justice, you want Nigeria to be better. So like this, you can carry yourself. I don't want to believe that Femi Falana will bring himself down to this level.
Can you hear?
A whole Femi Falana will be Fernando.
Can you hear?
Respect.
Did you hear his tone? Did you hear his actions? Did you hear his tone and his actions when he was talking about Baba Falana there? What is the wrong that Fowls and Baba Falana has done in this conversation that you've all heard? What is it that those people have done? And for Michael, I'm sure you have cotton wool deep in palm oil stuck into your ears. Where were you when I was saying that I agreed with him on things he said about EFCC, Bobrisky, and the Godfather? Where were you when I was saying I applaud him for those that I agreed with him? You are not all right, Michael. You're not okay. You're not okay. So, with that being said, you heard how we started with Falana. And to the best of my opinion, Fowls did not do anything because, like I said, Bobrisky was reaching out to you. He felt he trusted just so he could raise money. And Fowls got important with that from what you all heard there. However, Fowls came out. I'm sure you've all read that post. And if I have more, Fowls came out and said it was Bobrisky who reached out to him. He contacted his dad, who is the son, and that is you could have done. And Baba in years, apply for prisoner without a quibble. That was years ago. And we apply for prisoners who are waiting trials for years. Is that from them? We don't charge anybody a penny. So that was years ago when Nigeria was a little bit better. So
what is the relationship between and Bobrisky? Have you found what they do? Oh, okay.
listen,
To crucify the homosexual. Most of them don't they for some time. Everybody is a man for hypocrite. No, now that song makes sense to me. Wait, have you found what they do? This is crazy.
that song. Did you hear what he said? My audio is breaking. I think my audio is fine. Maybe it's the connection. Did you hear what he said?
Anyways,
Ask you that Abi fan self they do. They do it.
let's continue. Wow.
Is very bad. So the actually that's the president that
Even the pardon thing, Bobrisky was aware that something like that. Hence, surprised. What if? So that means that the lawyer that was supposed to represent Bob not charge and be a lawyer that one, because if he knew, there would have been the need for Bob to change lawyers. So loud, I felt that was what Bob was surprised about, but he did not know he had that option. He did not know he had choice. My is breaking. Maybe it's my wireless connection. How about now? How about let me listen from my other device. How is it now? Maybe I should stop talking so that you guys can listen to this voice recording.
By next week. Do you understand? I have to wait till like next week. Okay, so the man started said he wants to send it to the Minister of Justice in Abuja. So Minister of Justice will now send it to President to approve it. But you know Nigeria now, Nigeria with the corruption and everything, they take it fast to him. That the man, they have to collect 10 million naira for him to get that pardon will clear my name off the record.
Of the record, which is not bad.
That which exactly. So, you know, there's nobody to call because, like, I have friends, but you know, you don't know who set you up, you know, and there's no open mic.
All right, so based on this first voice note, based on Bobrisky's narration in this phone call, Bobrisky is saying that Femi Falana collected 10 million naira in order to wipe his name off the record. Wow. These are people I respected. These are people I look up to. Falz the bad guy, always talking about, yeah, I'm speaking up for the people. So you are also involved in things like this. It's really, really disappointing. It's obvious that Nigeria might not go anywhere anytime soon. It's obvious. Say Nigeria, I have lost 100% respect for this. Unless if they come and come defend this one, say a lie. But for now, we'll take what Bobrisky is saying as the truth, because Bobrisky said all these things, like he contacted somebody to borrow him money, and the person recorded everything. Now, just in case Bobrisky go on argue, let me drop your number. This is your number, eh? Now, why? So this is your number. Your number ends with 2208. That's what your number ends with. So this is you. Actually, you cannot deny anything. So EFCC, I will expect you people to do a deep investigation and bring all the people involved to the doormat of justice if you know you truly fight against financial crime. And this particular crime went deep down inside your own custody, and it's really crazy. And the Controller General of Prison, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's almost as if, yes, I want to know the Godfather and why the Controller of Prison allowed them, instead of putting Bobrisky in a correctional facility, they took him and gave him a lodge outside the prison. I don't know that is allowed. I didn't know that was allowed. But anyways, there are more videos to come. You understand? This is just part one. First, part one. We'll see where part two they be. Don't play.
So that was all that voice recording there, and it's not released further videos, okay? And I think there's this guy called Rufai, is a news presenter. Is asking that that Verydarkman should release the remaining parts, and also this guy called Radio Guard has been talking a lot with Daddy Freeze as well. Michael said, you heard VDM made a disclaimer. Did he say to you that was a disclaimer? I said I was not going to read anything from you. Anyway, that's just the update there, okay? All I'm interested right now, I don't think I'm going to be doing any more covering until if eventually they go to court. Because there's no point going back and forth with people, okay? Like I said, we are going to have disparaging opinions and understanding about cases like this. You allowed your opinion or how you think it went, and I am allowed my opinion on and how I think it has gone. But when you want to fight the case of bribery and corruption in Nigeria, it is not something you will single-handedly do. Light said money laundering in other parts of the world is a bit. Absolutely, I agree with you, Light. So see this thing that he's even doing is endangering his lives. Is endangering his life. For me, I'm not going to stand up, because if you don't have, except I have solidly people behind me, that if worst come to the worst, I am going to be on the next flight out of Nigeria. Other than that, me, whistleblowing, don't do it, especially if you're in Nigeria. I will not see this thing that he's doing. Like, guys, on those of you watching me, don't get me wrong, okay? You allowed your opinion, I'm allowed my opinion, and we have different ways of reasoning and looking at things. But then, if I was Verydarkman, I would have handled the situation differently, and I wouldn't have handled it the way he did. I wouldn't. It just goes to show that you should be mindful of how you talk, your actions. You remember, you know that when you are in a court of law and they want to jail somebody, at times the judge will say there was no remorse, that the suspect is not remorseful. Even on top of that one, for the fact that the judge is telling you that even while you are in court waiting for to be sentenced, you are not remorseful, they will even add on top of your jail time because you did not show any sign of being remorse. So look at the actions of Verydarkman when he was speaking about Falana. His body gestures, his tone, his voice. So like I said, I'm not going to elaborate more on this. So obviously, the House of Parliament or whatever, I have that video here. I'm going to quickly play before I go. They are now interested in that case as well, which is good. At least it's getting the attention of some people or of some agencies. Let me find that video and then we will play the one that this Nigerian celebrity was talking about. I can't remember her name now, but let me find that video of the House of Parliament.
The publication alleges that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC)
Hi Chika, how are you?
dropped money laundering charges against Idris Okuneye, also known as Bobrisky, upon collection of the sum of 15 million naira. This house further notes that the publication alleges that the Idris Okuneye, upon conviction for abuse and defacing of the naira by the court, did not serve his time at the Nigeria Correctional Service, but was lodged outside the confines of the service. Disturbed about the damning allegations against Nigerian critical law enforcement agencies of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) and Nigerian Correctional Service, established by these annual chambers to fight correction and incarceration persons convicted of crime
On financial crimes, the committees on reformatory institutions join and investigate this matter. There should be a joint committee on financial crimes and reformatory institutions. Thank you.
So I guess they are voting on how to take that forward. So I'm quite happy that all of these, people are getting involved in this case. I'm super happy. So we're getting somewhere.
That is it. Those against you say nay. That is Thank you, Your Excellency, the People's Speaker. My name is Dr. Patrick Umar. I represent the entire people of Ikorekpene, Esienudum, Oborokana Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm a proud son of Akwa Ibom State. I rise to move a motion on the urgent need to investigate the disturbing allegation of corruption against the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) and the Nigerian Correction Service to save Nigeria from ridicule. Mr. Speaker, I crave your indulgence to suspend the relevant rules and allow me to take this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Any seconder?
I represent Anelcha Oshimele.
So that's them just voting on what was meant to be done. And also there's this Nollywood celebrity that was talking about, obviously she was talking about not trusting people and you should be careful of how you or what you say on people. There are some people that if they want to have a chat, if they want to have a conversation with you, if it's something that they don't want anybody else being aware of, they will tell you we need to speak in eye to eye, oju. They will not speak over the phone with you. I know people like that, but for me, if you've not got anything to hide, why would you wait to see that person face to face before you speak anything? So that's just my opinion. Michael O said the Falanas had the right to give advice to anyone. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So I don't understand why you were saying that he did not defame them. So I don't know why. That's what I'm saying, Michael. That they are a law firm. They are a law firm. They could be called. Their services could be called or could be required at any time. Only if they don't want to take on that case will they say, oh, maybe we don't have the facility or the time for it. But I don't understand the angle of Verydarkman saying again that that Falls shouldn't have contacted him or shouldn't have sued him, that he should have sued Bobrisky. But the response I have for that is that Bobrisky was their client. At least they provided him a service. So whatever they decide to do as a firm with Bobrisky is up to them, and they don't have to declare that to the public. At the end of the day, they can't tell or they can't ask Bobrisky not to speak to anybody. They can't control who Bobrisky speaks with. Loud Bass, how do you know Bobrisky was never their client? Was it not the Falana people that helped him to apply for pardon? So how did Bobrisky get pardon? Falls gave him money. Did you listen to that conversation that lawyer said they were going to collect 10 million naira so that they could apply for pardon, and the pardon would make sure that his name was removed from the record? Did we not all hear that voice recording here now? No, I'm done replying to you guys. So let's listen to Ukeria Nunu Obi or something.
Betrayal, huh? Flying over the whole place, huh? Oh, come on. What were you people expecting, huh? What were you people expecting from people whose father is called the devil? Who is the founder and general overseer of the ministry called Lion Ministry International globally?
What did she even mean by that?
In Hades. You want to know where the address is? Check John 8:44. It will give you an executive summary of what his ministry is all about. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
If you don't get it, forget about it. That's how she talks, so big M. I think she just does it when she want to catch cruise. So that's that about that. And yeah, I'll find the recording of this Baba. So I wanted to fast forward it to where it was talking about the prison.
It's neither here nor there.
So that's the Baba. Hi, Cindy Emmanuel, how are you?
Or a woman to be recognized. Are we going to say he is a man or he's a woman? Now, thank God.
So Baba is trying to give us reasons why it was not kept, whatever. So let's listen to this guy.
He openly confessed to the judge that tried her at the magistrate court. How or him? How
exactly.
Or him? You see, the confusion is that is where I don't want us to oversell it.
Normally, when you go to court in Nigeria don't identify people who are here and there. It's not like we only know man and woman. And for the fact that he was born male and his name still remained Idris Okuneye, and he said he identified as a male to the judge. So I don't understand what this Baba is talking about, that he's here or there. What did he identify that is as in court? So he should be tried as a male, and he should be kept in a holding facility for male. So are we agreeing that paying for persons are normal now? I don't understand that statement, Michael. Please rephrase. That is wrong if the Falanas did so and agree. What do you mean? So the Falanas are a chamber, right? There is solicitor. So somebody asked for their service, and the son advised that they could apply for him to be pardoned. And on the normal day, I would have thought that obviously because it was a first-time offender, that it wouldn't have been jailed. But obviously it was being held. Money laundering was part of the charges. So what we should be asking now, I don't even want to face the Falanas anymore, because in my own opinion, I don't think they did anything wrong. What we should be facing now is asking EFCC, why was the charge of money laundering dropped? Why? Labi, that's why I'm saying that I'm not speaking about the Falanas anymore. I'm now going back to the case of what Bobrisky was arrested for: money laundering and abuse of naira. So I'm facing VDM. I'm not facing VDM. I'm facing EFCC. I've dropped the talk of Falana, VDM. I've dropped that. Okay. Now we are going into the bribery and corruption part of it. Hence why I said EFCC, correctional facilities, whatever, they should all, like, the officers that have been suspended so far. They said prison officials, they've been suspended. Those who are involved in that caricature, they've been suspended. And the Controller General of Prisons also has been, suspended pending investigation. So why did EFCC dropped the money laundering charge? Why? And for me, just so people don't say, oh, you are siding Falana, oh, you are going against VDM. I want to put all of that aside. I am not siding anybody. Okay, I am not siding anybody, because at the end of the day, I'm a proud Nigerian, and I want to be able to put my face everywhere I found myself without being labeled as, oh, that lady, she's Nigerian. No? So the question now is, EFCC are known to investigate any financial crimes in Nigeria, and they arrest this guy Bobrisky, and of his charge. When he carried that play card, that card they used to carry them, it was money laundering and abuse of naira. They wrote on the card, right? And that was what he was jailed for. So somebody asked earlier on that, but Chief Kubana did the same. Chief Kubana said he was not guilty. And I'm sure I said something about this policy of abuse of naira, that we're in Nigeria, as EFCC or whoever, the bank that is in charge of naira, a bank in Nigeria, where did they put those policies that would be easier for a standard low education Nigerian to read that, if you spray naira, this is that, so it's an offense. So weird, because me speaking to you, I'm 41 years old and I've never heard of naira abuse before until this case of Bobrisky. And I cited an example in one of my live streams that, see how we were told that, oh, Nigerians in diaspora, if you want to travel up to Nigeria and your passport is expired, you can come to Nigeria with your travel. They pasted that news everywhere. And for me, having been in abroad for 16 years, before I traveled home 2 years ago, I was equipped with that information, with that knowledge that, oh, I have my expired passport here, I can come into Nigeria with it. There was lots of information. But in this case of abuse of naira, where have they placed such information? So in a normal day, I do not believe Bobrisky was even aware of abuse of naira policy. Even me, that I'm sitting here, until this happened. So Chief Priest pleaded not guilty. And yes, his money spoke for him, because he hired the best of the lawyers and he was given a fine to pay. And I wouldn't have expected him to be jailed, because it was a first-time offender. You wouldn't have expected him to be jailed. Here in the UK, if you're a first-time offender, depending on the level of the crime you commit, they might not even jail. They might give you suspended jail time or something. So in Bobrisky's case now, the placard shows money laundering and abuse of naira. Now, my question to EFCC, because they are the commission fighting crime, financial crimes. And from that voice recording that we heard from Bobrisky there, Bobrisky said he told them that he has so millions of followers on YouTube and on Facebook, that he gets paid. And they were saying to him that even all of those money that they pay you on social media, it's not enough for you to be able to afford all the lifestyle you are showcasing. It's not enough for you to be able to afford the house you bought so place. So they definitely have a reason to hold him for money laundering. So why did they drop it? That case. Apparently they collected 15 million, or maybe there was really no reason for him to be held. They collected 15 million from him. So now, who are those people that collected 15 million? And like I said, why was the money laundering charge dropped? So in this case, EFCC, moving forward, EFCC should be investigated. The Control General Prison should be investigated as well. And if this commissioner and this prison organization should be they should be investigated by external parties, because if you ask person we're supposed to investigate financial crime to come and investigate themselves again, because it won't be fair. So an external party should investigate EFCC. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to keep saying it, bribery and corruption has been the norm of the day in Nigeria for a very long time. Abacha embezzled money now. Abacha embezzled money. Tinubu, Kurubu, all of the family members of Tinubu are all in governmental parastatal roles in Nigeria. All of his children hold a governmental role. They've turned into family business. Recently, wasn't how long ago did he assign a woman who celebrated her birthday party and used what was it called again? The stuff that was meant to be given to Nigeria, palliative that was meant to be given to Nigeria during COVID. This woman uses as party favors during her birthday party. Tinubu recently assigned that woman into a post. I can't remember what post he gave her now. You think we all don't see all of these things? Who won't die? Who won't buy for Nigeria? Is VDM ready to buy for Nigeria? Loud base said them collect bribe, can't they investigate them? So that's why I said if they're going to be if they should be investigated, and it should be an external party that is totally different from EFCC should investigate EFCC. Chika said, yeah, EFCC should let us know why the money laundering charges was dropped. Exactly. And also, my question to the criminal correcting whatever, Bobrisky identified as a male. It was born male, and correct according to the constitution in Nigeria. Nigeria do not accept all this new this agege. Nigeria do not accept it. So that Baba Bishop or whatever he called himself that is saying that he's here or there, he should have been thrown in a prison. He should have been thrown in a male prison. Because for the fact that there's no constitution, there's a constitution in Nigeria that do not agree with whatever he's presenting himself at. I mean, whatever he is presenting himself as. So for that reason, and because he are identified as male, he should have been put in a male prison. So why did they allow a certain godfather? Obviously, that godfather money will have exchanged hands as well for that to have happened. And we all heard from that voice recording, Bobrisky was never in prison. He was not in prison. Somebody did come out to say, I think it was in Kirikiri for 3 weeks. And I think because prison people knew who he was starting to gain, some unnecessary attraction in prison, hence why they had to move him. But you guys did not tell us that you moved him because a godfather paid. Because a godfather paid. So, for me, I have full support for whistleblowing, okay? Whistleblowing when you have the backings of the government. When the government do not see you as their enemy. And for the government not to see you as their enemy, whatever information you are giving to them has to be something that is very, very tangible and useful to them. But in this case of Bobrisky, in this case of Verydarkman, he's treading on some toes that he shouldn't be treading on. And I'm sure you will agree with me. I don't know the kind of power he has behind him. I don't know who. I don't know who is Baba Sales. I don't know who they are. But do I want to buy for Nigeria? Hell no. Hell no. And like I said earlier on, if he chose to do this, good for him. He should go and learn from the people who have done it before him. Okay? What was the outcome? What happened to them? He should go and learn. So he really needs to tread softly. And he should not always have a response for everything. Because as it is, it seems to have a response for everything. And when he's going to do anything of this, it's not about being rude. It's not about being arrogant. No. So I'm going to start an example. Someone like harassing, when he was doing this case of selling an Afiba, Ben Samuel kept on going, attacking him, bringing all the history, bringing all the history about Harrison Guamishu. Harrison never replied him. And Harrison was like, anything he has done so far in the case of selling an Afiba, before he takes any action, he always sought a legal counsel that he has not of his own accord do some things. So if any information comes to him, let's say, for example, somebody gave him information or something came out across his way during his investigation, he said before he puts anything out or before he even takes an action, he has somebody who advised him legally as to the consequence of, if you go ahead and do it this way, this might happen. If you go ahead and do it this way, this might happen. So moving forward, it will be advisable for Verydarkman to seek legal counsel once anything falls on his table. The type of Loudbay said he's not stepping on toes deliberately. I've heard you. His intentions matter. His type of person is rare. No, his type of person is not rare. But Bafela was like that. Ganifa Wayimi, what was it called before he was spy when they were doing this election? What election when they eventually spy him? His type is not. There are lots of him everywhere. He might have a bigger standing backing him. Not everybody has such. I think that's what you intend to say. His type plenty well. Who was that DJ during the NSAS that came out to say people were quiet during the NSAS? Do you eventually know what happened to that girl? Did she not flee the country? Do you think if she had the kind of backing that I feel like Verydarkman has, that you think she will leave Nigeria? She won't leave. Because those people will give her like, no, we'll give you correct action, nothing will happen to you. And I'm not for, like I said, I'm not faulting all he has done. There's some good stuff. In fact, in that conversation, that voice recording there, I agree with at least maybe 50% of what is said in regards to what we all heard. And the other 50%, I do not agree, which is normal. So what are you saying? So what are you saying? We should be sleeping loud bass, like I said. Shebi VDM they talk now. You to come out with your chest and come and do all these things he's saying now. Shebi said people like him are there. Can't you be like him? You don't have a voice. Shebi you get muzzle or you get whatever it is you get. You to come out and do what he's doing now if it's easy. Now another person sued him because he went to Miss Yan again. That person served him a whatever on social media, whereby his address was released. Obviously, his address was on that letter, and that letter was posted somewhere on the Facebook page. He should have stayed in his house. Shebi said he was running, that he had to leave because his address has been compromised. He should have stayed in that address now. He should have stayed. If he was not scared of anybody, if he was not scared of people want something to happen to him, he should have stayed there. You should have stayed there. I'm not saying you should keep quiet, but you should be very, very, in as much as Nigeria, it's just like a workplace. You fight today, they will replace you. If VDM enemy fight tomorrow, somebody else go come out. So you tell me that people like him are there? No. So that's why I said, even people who turn to whistleblowers today, they have somebody behind them. It might just be one person, but what that person could turn in an instant, 20, 100 or 5,000 people will not be able to make the such available for them. What I'm trying to say in essence is this: Nigeria is not worth dying for. That's just the true facts. I'm telling you, Nigeria is not worth dying for. Loud base. I will never be someone like Verydarkman. I'm sorry. Even though I know I can argue, maybe we sleep for a year till tomorrow. I get strong head, but the kind of strong head where I get, no be like Verydarkman. I'm sorry. But then, do you know how many million people in Nigeria? Why should I be their scapegoat? That's what you should be thinking. That's what you should be thinking. People before him fought, and they are still fighting. Like I said, that lady, exactly, big game. He should be very, very sensible when he's doing stuff like this. I've just cited an example of harassing issue. Before you talk about stuff, before you bring something out, seek a legal counsel. Like, come, my lawyer, my paddy. Now, so something they just put for my table now. This case, they bring out for my table. What do you think? He's seeking counsel from Sheun Kuti. Who be Sheun Kuti? Because Sheun Kuti was like, oh, all of you, this voice recording, I already heard it before you. Verydarkman came to me first, and I told him to release it. Who is Sheun Kuti? He's riding on the back of Sheun Kuti. I am sorry for him. So my closing words: I'm a Nigerian, and I believe I was in Nigeria up until I was 18. So at least if I don't know anything about Nigeria, I know a little bit about Nigeria in terms of all this injustice, police brutality, bribery and corruption. Because even when I was coming to Nigeria, I experienced it. And I showed them that, come, I be proper Omonjebu girl. I was born and bred in Lagos. This is my name on my passport, says I be Yoruba girl. So move, come out. And 1 naira, I don't get to give you, come out. I've made myself clear. And I already had my phone on the video to record if they try to do any shit with me at the airport. And I will share that story with you guys. So obviously, I left Nigeria for a very long time ago. And 2021 makes it 16 years after I left Nigeria that I decided to go back. So I've prepared myself for going back to Nigeria. So, I've been on several platforms. I think Sassy Funke, she shares stuff about if you're in abroad and you're traveling back home, don't do this, don't. I was following Sassy Funke back and forth, to help me navigate myself for when I'm going back to Nigeria. When I was going back to Nigeria in 2021. Labe said, you have accepted that you can't be like him, so allow him be himself. Maybe in future your kids. God forbid, no. I'm telling him if he can stop, he should stop, because if he buy, somebody else will take his place. So just like I was saying, so yeah, I was gonna go to Nigeria, but then the Nigerian embassy, I'm in Scotland. The Nigerian embassy is in London. And if I'm going to travel from Scotland to London, it's like going from Lagos to Abuja. I think tonight you should be on Mayegun General live broadcast. Okay, Laobes, I'll try and be there. So I was going to Nigeria for the first time in 16 years. And prior to that time, I have tried to, really, get a Nigerian passport, renew the one I had, but there was no way. In fact, I don't even have my old one. I think in the course of 4 years, I moved houses like 5 times. So I could have misplaced I just couldn't find my passport. So I look at the process because my husband has applied for Nigerian passport and I knew the Shege Nigerian embassy in London put him through. So I was not ready because I know that if I go through that process, I will cause wahala there and I will use my hand to call Olokpa. So I avoided going to Nigerian embassy to go apply for a Nigerian passport because I knew of the stress and I've watched videos of people citing how stressful it was. Even those living in London, where Nigerian embassy is, they were complaining, not to talk of me that I'm traveling from Scotland. It's not going to be a day trip for me. It's probably going to be 2 days or 3 days because if I have to travel by train from Scotland to London is about maybe 160 something pounds return. And then I'll have to check into an hotel if I don't want to stay with friends. And then it's not as if maybe that day go come back. So it's not easy. It's something that needed planning. So I was not ready to put myself through that. So instead, I decided to apply for a visa on arrival. To apply for visa on arrival. I was able to apply, pay the money, and did that. And then I traveled in from Scotland with my British passport. So I traveled, I arrived in Nigeria, no issues. My travel from London, was smooth. I arrived in Nigeria. And then, when you're coming down the escalator that says welcome to Nigeria, I was coming down. Loudby said, I am serious. If Mayegun stays in Scotland, so you'll be encouraged on his live. Is Mayegun General, is that the name of the channel? Let me write it down. Mayegun General. I've never heard of him. So he's in Scotland as well. I'll check him out after this live stream. So upon arriving in Nigeria, obviously coming down the escalator where you see all of this stand, So the first stand, the guy was like, oh, he was writing my name. And I was looking at him, so he was writing my name and he wrote, so in that book, there's a section on the book that's like, oh, the country where you've arrived from. So, and I will see you at the call. Sure, no worries, Loudbase. So he was writing I gave him my passport. He wrote my name down and then he wrote USA. And I'm like, Oga, I did not fly from USA. I came in from the UK. He miswrote the country I came in for because he was asking me for, madam, what did you bring come? Well, obviously for me, that was the first time I was traveling. I was not flashily dressed. I was not overly dressed. I think I had a simple earring and I had a 2-piece set and a black handbag. And I was wearing a normal simple sandal. I was not flamboyantly dressed. And they were like, oh, it was because he was busy asking me for, madam, what did you bring for us? He kept on asking me, as I said, 1 penny I don't have for anybody. He kept on asking to the extent that he said I came in from the US. I'm like, oh God, I did not come from the US. So, by the way, may God, Allah will show everybody, I don't have a penny to give you. I'm sorry. If you see the rate at which he gave me my passport, I went through all of the places, even though I was charged extra for this COVID thingy that you're supposed to do when you're coming. It was after the 3rd lockdown that I went to Nigeria. So COVID was still pretty much around. And then I got to, yes, and doing more than video. I'm very positive and liberating Nigerians. All right, okay, I'll check the page out. So I arrived. So I went through the next place where they were asking me for how long do I intend to stay. So it was time for me to now go to where the visa on arrival. So I had my documentation, the paperwork. So once I get to the visa on arrival, they will have to stamp a visa onto my British. Oh, I don't have my British passport. I will have showed you. So there's a part of my British passport where they will put the visa on. So this man started. I think he was wearing like a military outfit or something. And then I said, oh, sir, where is the way to the visa route? They were like, it's behind him. So just as I was about to walk past him, we're like, by the way, are you not Nigerian? I said, sir, I'm Nigerian. Why don't you have Nigerian passports? And I said, COVID. I was not able to apply because of COVID, and I tried and explained to like the distance from where I could apply is quite far. Like, Scotland to London is like Lagos to Abuja. I don't have that time. If you see the kind face this man they talk to me. Before you walk up past, you must give us something. I'm like, oh, Gasa, nothing I don't have for you. That I don't have anything for you. If you see the way he used his butt, he was like, using it to motion me that way. I was like, such disrespect. And then I arrived at the visa arrival thingy. And the guy, obviously, I met somebody that was so nice, and I knew his being nice was because he wanted to ask me for something. But eventually, he was able to help me make my, they stamped my passport, they gave me the visa 30 days, and I was able to go through. And then, just as I was about to get into the custom people, and they were like, "Hey, madam, if you don't want us to search your bag, give us something." I was like, "Give you what?" You better. I'm not in a rush, and by this time, I think my flight arrived in Nigeria about just before 7 o'clock. By this time, it was about half 8, almost 9 o'clock. So they intentionally delaying me. They were like, "Hey, madam, if you don't want us to search your bag, give us some." I'm like, "See, I don't have any counterfeit. If you want to open it, open it." Because I was adamant I was not going to give them anything. But the main core of what I'm saying here is that, should they be asking me for money? Should they even have to delay me? Even though my name says that, even though my British passport, it says that, if you ask you where were you born, even as a Britico, even as you have a red passport, on your British passport, you ask you place of birth. And my place of birth stated Lagos, Nigeria. Loud said, coming from France, I paid nothing. Me, I did not give them shingbai, nothing. I did not give them anything. And because I did not give them anything, they were very, very rude, and they were intentionally delaying me at each point. I mean, I know I'm not. I was not in a rush because I had made up my mind that 1 naira I was not going to give any of them. Labe said, France, they said I should pay 80K. I smiled and went through. Me, Kobo, I did not give them. Big M said, the Nigerian immigration told me with my Nigerian passport, despite that I am not a Nigerian. So when I show my US passport, they extort me. They tried to do that with me. I told them no. Say, if that's what you want to do, let me go come and sit down here with you, Abby. No, you will have thought that, knowing that it's been a long, that this person is even coming back, they should have welcomed you. Big M, you get money. You gave them $300. You allowed them to use glass clothes. Me, I told them that, come, look at me. I was originally born and bred in Lagos, K2 Lagos. So, and I know a bit of Isaleko, Idumagbo. So, for you to use badware for me, to come and ask me to pay money, I told them no, that I'm sorry, that, you know what, if you want to open my bag, go ahead. I've not got any counterfeit. I've not got anything that I'm not supposed to bring. So, feel free to open my bags. And then the guy that helped me with my visa and arrival, it was standing by me, was like, "Hey, madam, even if it is 500 I give it." I was like, "Come, I don't carry cash. I don't have cash." After 21 years, oh my God, you even stay longer than I. Mine was after 16 years. But still, see, if any of you are watching me and you've not traveled to Nigeria in a long time, go and start following Sassy Funke. I think she's on YouTube, and I think she's on Instagram as well. And she has a page called Travel to Nigeria. So Travel to Nigeria, there's lots of people there who ask questions, and you can ask questions and they'll be able to, give you information. I followed that back to back up until when I was leaving to travel to Nigeria. And for the fact that I watched that, it prepared me on what I would come across. And I just knew that, I was not a penny. I did not give them a penny. I was like, they said they would ban my passport for 6 months. I no answer. Me, I did not give them anything though. I did not give them anything. So when I was coming, I only had my British passport and my paperwork for the visa on arrival. I said, for the fact that this visa on arrival application, it was while I was in Scotland, I made the application to Abuja. So they stamp it, I've already paid, and for a fact, if they're able to identify me as born and bred in Nigeria, why should I be paying you guys any penny? I told them that no, Kobo, I won't pay you. Before they stamp it, they did, but the immigration, the guy that helped me with the visa on arrival was very, very good. It was really, really nice. I think it could sense that it's been a while I've been in Nigeria, so it was very swift. He helped me. I was not delayed at the immigration. He helped me even when the what's it called? We check the customs. Were like, "Madam, even if it is 500, I'm like, Mr. Man, I'm sorry, but 1 naira I don't have for you. Feel free to open. In fact, let me sit down. Yeah, open my bag." It was when I was having that chat with them. My sister, I saw her. She came and just lifted me up. So when they saw me, my sister, they just didn't even bother with my bag. They didn't bother with that. So me entering Nigeria after 16 years, made my way into the airport, did what I have to pay. I did not give anybody a penny. The only person I did paid was the guy that helped me at immigration. That was because I did not have wireless connection in the airport, Nigeria airport. He allowed me use his phone to call my sister to let them know that, don't worry guys, I'm already at the airport. I might be delayed, but I am here. So he allowed me use his phone. And it was the one who even helped me through, getting my visa and arrival process. Normally I would have waited maybe an hour, but within half an hour, they were able to make it through. Even while I was waiting for that application to be done, he had already gone to help me to the bag section. He helped me to go bring my bags, my luggage. I had about 3 or 4 big 3 luggages. He already went to the carousel to go bring my bags for me. And I was like, oh, I've not even asked him, for him to have gone his way to do that for me. I was like, no. So obviously I had his number and I said to myself, no, he helped me out. He helped me to where we parked our car. He was certain that he ensured that I was safe in my car before he left. And I was like, no, I don't have any cash with you here. He was like, no, madam, anything that comes to mind. And I took his account number, and I think, if I remember, I think it was 20,000. Myself like, 20,000 is too much. Give him 5K. And I'm like, no. There were other guys that were with him. So it's the weekend. I think I traveled on the Saturday. Yeah, I traveled on the Saturday. It's the weekend. I let them go and do weekend. So I transferred 20,000 naira to him. So that was that. But somebody should come and tell me they will let them ban my passport. Oh. I will cause rules for them. So you will have thought that you coming back home coming back after a long time for the first time, they will have, welcomed you, be glad to see you back, but then they were trying to extort me. Come, boy, shishi, I did not give I did not give anybody. Come and see drama when I was coming back. That story is another one that story is for another day. That story is for another day. Big you are rich, you allow them to collect $300 from you. He be big man, oh. Like if they enter Nigeria, just turn Agbero. That's the thing. When I was going back, that was what I did. I was correct, almost like I gave them correct Shangisha K2 attitude, like Omogboro. That was the attitude, because they want to start extorting me from the entrance. When you're coming through the entrance, when you put your bag through their scanner, they were like, madam, there's something in this bag that is not supposed to be. I said, what is not supposed to be there? We can see the fish. We can see. I said, hey, what is wrong with it? When I was not even, before they even finished that sentence, I was already countering them. When they knew that I had my phone ready, camera for recording. When they said, madam, what are you doing? I said, I'm listening. You said there's something in my bag. What is inside? Before you know it, they just they let me go. They let me go. I see I encounter something similar. When I was trying to fill this yellow card that you fill if you are coming back, because obviously it was during COVID. So I was trying to find my pen from my bag. Obviously, I had lots of stuff in my handbag, and my pen was under the bottom of my bag. So the guy was like, oh, madam, you can use mine. I used the pen to sign the form. Just as I was about to hand the pen back to the guy said, the pen are 1,000 naira. I said, 1,000 naira? But you asked me to use the pen now. Madam, the pen are 1,000. I said, come, Oga, if you don't take your pen from my hand, I go throw away am. Say, the one where I get inside my bag, even better this one where you carry give me. Instantly, the guy just collected his pen from my hand, and I honestly, me thinking now, it was guys, we are rounding up at the 2-hour mark, okay? Shira for if they enter Nigeria, turn Agbero, exactly. Shira for airport, fight anything, that's language. Exactly, that's language, that's the language. Chika said they took $100 from me, claiming that clothes I bought for my siblings are for sale. Why are you people like this now? Why are you people like this? Why are you people like this? You don't carry your receipts. You don't carry your receipts. What me I did, all the stuff that I bought, I put names on it. Like my sister's name. I don't know why. Maybe because I think I didn't do it because I thought they would ask me, they would think maybe I was going to sell those stuff. But every gift I brought home, I had all the receipts. Some of them I took maybe online purchases. I took a screenshot of what I paid. And then because obviously they are for people that wanted to gift, I wrote their names on it, on the labels. Maybe that was what saved me. Like the stuff I bought for my mom, I wrote mom 1, mom 2, mom 3, mom 4, mom 5. The ones I have for my dad, I wrote dad 1, dad 2. The ones I have for my brother, I wrote the names on it. So maybe that was why I was not stopped. And then I had my receipt in case, because I had gadgets as well. Should in case they decide to say, oh, this is that, or that, this. So I never had any problem with that at all. Lalbe said was with the global director of Young Creative Leader from London in Lagos last month. After a long time in Lagos, his mom gave him stockfish and other things to take back. As we reach airport, they look making carry stockfish go back. Both of us. Now so drama. Now so I carried fish. All those ejaro, stockfish. The black one, the slimy one, catfish. This thing is curry. I'm finishing soon. Ejaro, those round one. If you see how much I packed, all of my clothes stuff I gifted them, so I had enough space in my bag. I packed gari, correct Jebu gari that my daddy went to Jebu to go and get for me. I carried the lubo, I carried the gusi, I carried banla, I carried okporoko, I carried snail. Nothing where I no carry. I carried almost everything. almost everything. Pepper soup spice, nothing wey I no carry. Everything follow me enter UK. Everything follow me enter UK. We just have to be smart, okay? It's a good thing coming back home, but some of them they just think because we are coming back home. For me, it was not as if I was planning on coming back to Nigeria at any time soon. But obviously, it's been a long time I've left, and I've not seen my dad then. And I'm like, oh, I've not seen my dad in 16 years. I really need to go home and see him. My mom's been here a few times, so it was not as if maybe I was missing my mom, but my dad has never been here. So it was mainly to go and see my dad. And then I was like, okay, let me go spend 2 weeks. Even that 2 weeks was not enough, guys. If you want to go to Nigeria and enjoy and have a good time, spend 1 month. Spend 1 month. So anyway, guys, from everything we've discussed today, I am not backing anybody other than the fact that yes, let's hold the arm of the government accountable. Okay, let's hold the arm of the government involved in this case accountable. All right. And also, whoever is coming out for example, in the case of Verydarkman, he needs to be careful. That's just all I have to say. I'm not his fan, and because I'm not his fan does not mean that I will not commend him on the good thing he has done. Yes, so far in this video, I've commended him on the good thing he has done, and also I still have the right to speak on what I felt he could have done better. As for Bobrisky as well, he trends, he lives on saga. He likes the attention, he likes the drama. In fact, I was on a live stream yesterday and they were like, Bobrisky is a known liar. They might have their reasons, okay? But what I'm interested in right now is EFCC being investigated. The officers who allowed Bobrisky to be taken out of prison center should all be investigated, okay? And don't worry, loud base. Once I finish this live stream, I'm going to go and find him. So whatever we do, we should just use common sense, okay? We should just use common sense. And guys, support my channel, like, subscribe, share. There's super chat as well. Okay, you can super chat me because all this talk noise. I never drink water since. So in everything we do, we should just be careful. That's just it. Yeah, you will get, people will commend you, but then when that wala really starts, you'll be left on your own. That's one thing I've learned in this world. There will be some people who are going to be riding on your back, saying that, oh, go on. But when the real matter starts, when the real matter starts, they will leave you. That's the cocoa. And to be honest, Nigeria is not worth dying for. Okay, Nigeria is not worth dying for. Nigeria has gone worse from what it used to be. I was watching a show. In fact, I think I'm going to do that live stream tomorrow after church. People are now being given a token to come and buy a selection of some food for a certain price, and people were queuing. And I watched that video yesterday, and my eyes welled up with tears. That I've never, since my lifetime, like I said, I am 41. In my lifetime, I've never, ever see people queue and pay 1,000 naira so they could get a cup of rice, a cup of beans, a cup of, like, I did not realize when I started shedding tears that, is this what Nigeria is right now? Michael Ho says, I am relocating back to Nigeria and Nigeria is worth time for. Well, good luck, oh, good luck. Me, if I try to go to Nigeria, I must live like a queen. I must live like a queen. A convoy. Yeah, I don't necessarily have to have a convoy. Just maybe a car that is, in case of vacancy, I can drive and find my way. But each to its own. Okay, for me, yes, it's my hope that I'll move back to Nigeria. But with the way Nigeria is right now, I don't think I want to make that move now. I'm happy doing my business from here in Nigeria. Okay, the business we have in Nigeria, I'm happy we are doing it from here. As long as it's going fine, people get paid for the services they render to us. As long as we are able to do that, okay, I'm fine. And if Nigeria changes, maybe, because I want to be able to bring my children back as well. Like, I've got 5 kids. Hello, beautiful Adebimpe. How are you? Loudbase said, Michael, I did Lagos like this. If we want to die for it, October 1st. If you want to die for it, Michael, somebody's already telling you October 1st is the time to die for it. Adebimpe said, hello, sis, hope you are enjoying your few days. Oh, I am enjoying my few days off. Oh, you look well rested and glowing. What's the secret? Can't wait to see your new hairstyle. To be honest, I don't do anything to this face. So I don't do anything. I think I've got my dad's goose gene. My dad is 70. I think my dad is 74, and it doesn't look anything 70 something. I think I've got his genes. So I'm sure Adebipe, I've got a skincare routine on my channel. I'm sure I've got a skincare routine, like things that I use. So yeah, and if you chat me on Instagram, I might be able to send you a picture of the stuff I use now. So maybe it's working, maybe it's not, I don't know, but I get compliments all the time. So yeah, like I was saying that I've got 5 children, and my oldest was 9 months old when I left Nigeria. And so I've gone on to have extra 4 babies here, and they've never been to Nigeria. I am praying for the day I'll be able to take them all to Nigeria. And looking at what is happening in Nigeria right now, this time is not the time for me to take them there. Like my oldest is 20. She was 9 months old when I left Nigeria with her, and she's never stepped foot in Nigeria. My last child is 12 years old. She's never been to Nigeria. So I am hoping that one day I'll be able to take my kids back. Loud base, we are looking at doing, for now, we just do, what's really that I do? The business I do, we just kind of like, no, I don't want to put my story out there. So if you maybe DM me, but here in the UK, I sell scented candles. Okay, I sell scented candles, home fragrances. If you hear me say TMO5 Candle Co, that's my website. Okay, that's my website. And if you are building houses, if you are building, I could put you in connection with people who can supply with cement, whatever your location where you are building, we can get somebody to supply your cement and stuff. So that's one area that I've got somebody who's dealing with that for us. And we've got other things in place, but I don't want to announce it here because there are some YouTube witches. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I really want to. Yes, I'm on IG. My YouTube handle is the same as my IG handle as well. I sure will. I need to do self-care. This afternoon I was in town and I was like, I really need to go do a pedicure because as a nurse, I really can't paint my nail or do anything like that. So I was like, I need to maybe go do gel or something on my toes, but I'm gonna do it because I was in town today and I was tired. I was working everywhere today. So I'm going to get my nails done. Loud bass said women women live makeup talk for. I mean, when you are a mom, you need to take care of yourself because if you care for yourself, your body will treat you well. And VDM go make them come Nigeria. That's why VDM is picking up. For me, at this moment, I don't think I'm going to encourage my children to go to Nigeria just now. No. I mean, when I went 2 years ago, I wanted to take them with me, but I was just like, it's not safe. I didn't want to take them. So if I were to ever come back with my kids, I'm gonna be moving with convoy. Convoy. If not convoy, I'm not coming. I would want to live like a queen. That I've got everything. I've got a car. I'm living in a secured environment. And stuff like that. At least, yeah, that's kind of Nigeria. I'm hoping that my kids will be able to come back to. But right now, it's just not the best thing. So, well, those of you that are watching me in Nigeria, just stay alive, okay? Stay alive. The Nigerian government, they don't care about you guys. They don't care about us. So exactly, that's the main issue. Big M. That's the main issue I've got with Nigeria. Security. You can imagine that night that I was arriving at the airport, and we're going via Ikorodu Road to my parents' house. On the express, I just saw cars that were turning back. They were like they were robbing a car ahead of us, and I was like, by that time I was already crying in the car, saying, "Oh God, why is it the night that I'm coming home? They are now robbing on the car." Like people were turning like fast U-turn on the same road that we're coming. They were not even they don't even care. Maybe there's a car coming up. No, they were making a U-turn that they were robbing. We could hear the sound of gun, and I'm like, hey. When I heard the sound of gun, I was like, stray bullets, God forbid. I was so terrified. But my sisters were not. They were like, driver, driver, yeah, anybody, to buy anyhow, I said, how can you say the driver should hit I was not looking at my two sisters like this in the car, like, he said driver should hit anybody that is waka anyhow. I was scared. I was definitely scared that night. That was my way from the airport to my parents' house. I was scared. Loud, they say you never understand. Now this fight, VDM the fight, go yielding. Okay, I've heard you, but all I know is you should just be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna round up this live stream. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. If you've watched my channel till now, like I said, we agree to disagree. I know they fight with anybody. That's what some people don't tend to understand. For the fact that I don't agree with you does not mean that I'm holding anything against you. We agree to disagree. And then we go and we convey back again on another day. we start on a good level. Michael says, stop exaggerating. I lived in Nigeria for 8 weeks in 2021 like you, and you don't need a convoy. Well, that is what I want. And if I have the money to do it, who are you to tell me that I can't? That's what I want. What do you mean stop exaggerating? Like, all right, Michael, bye-bye from my channel. I don't need you here. It is my money. If I decide to go everywhere in a convoy, it's my chicken change. It's my coin that I'm spending. And it's what I want for myself. If you like, waka on a bike, on Okada. I've heard cases of where somebody was spy on Okada because they saw the person go carry amount, collect money out for bank. It was this person, was a very close person. She went to the bank to go collect money that her siblings sent from her from abroad. Maybe they were watching her, I don't know. She was on alive on the Okada. On an Okada. She was on alive on an Okada. And this one is telling me that stop exaggerating. Who the hell are you? If I decide that that's the kind of life I want, if I can afford it, why can't? Should that be any of a problem? Loud bass. It's my IG handle is the same as my channel name, Thatmumof5. You can find me, no underscore, just Thatmumof5. You can find me that way. Bye, Michael. You've done enough for today. You've done enough for today. He's telling me that I'm exaggerating. When that story of this girl, it happened to my husband's friend, my husband's friend's sister. She was the one. So our brother sent her money from the US. Thank you, Divine. Our brother sent her money from the US. Maybe she said to a friend that she was going to the bank to collect money. I don't know. I don't know the full story. But she left the bank after she collected money. She hopped on an Okada. The people that shot her were in a car. They buy that girl on an Okada in an open space. If that could happen, what more would not happen? You're telling me that stop exaggerating. I was in same Nigeria 2021, and I'm telling you that on my trip from the airport to my parents' house along Ikorodu Road, armed robbers were robbing. Armed robbers were robbing. I was not expecting to experience that. I was not expecting to experience that. And I could see the way, on a dark road, and I could hear the sound of gun or gun. And my sister were like, don't worry. Oh yeah, driver. Hey, you turn. If you want to buy that, okay, clear crew or no. And I was looking at my sister that, really? Because if you want to clear your crew or no, they should use their car, the driver should use his car to clear if anybody's walking anyhow. I was shocked. And I'm sure it took me almost a day or two to actually get that out of my system. This was me coming back to Nigeria for the first time after 16 years. Big M said that. I believe it's a setup as well for that girl. She was unalive on an Okada. When I heard that, I was like, what? So she must have said to somebody, and that person must have, So if I have the money and I want to move around in convoy, so be it. And even me, for the fact that I went to Nigeria in 2021, I did not even tell anybody. I did not tell, even my friends here in the UK, in Glasgow, I did not tell them I was going to Nigeria. I did not tell anybody. The only people that I knew I was going to Nigeria was my household member, my husband, my children, and my big brother, my elder brother in London. Even when I told him, it was a week before I was due to leave UK, that I told him that I was going to come. Bros, I'm going to Nigeria. Do you have anything for our parents? And we're like, oh, it's cash that he has. And even better, cash, yeah, accounts, put it there. I did not tell anybody I was coming to Nigeria from Glasgow. And the only people I told, even my parents, I did not tell them I was coming. I did not tell my parents I was coming. The only people I told were my two sisters. And that was because I needed them to come collect me at the airport, because I know things will have changed a lot. And then where I grew up to be, my parents no longer live there. My parents moved to another area where they are now settled. So where they live, there was no way I would have been able to get there. So the only people I told were my two sisters, and I know they wouldn't tell anybody. And I love the fact that I came codedly. I saw the people I wanted to see. And then when it was time for me to come back, I came back codedly. That's it. You know what, guys? I've taken too much of your time. Thank you so much to each of you who have been here so far. Stay alive. What time is Mayegun starting? Let me see if I can find him. Let me go onto my laptop. Let me see if I can find him so I can subscribe and turn the notification on now. So if you're in Nigeria, just stay safe. Stay safe. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you. Nigeria is not worth dying for. It's not worth dying for. As long as you're able to make a living, you're able to, pay your bills, just stay safe. Okay. That's my parting word for all of you tonight. Okay. And thank you so much to all of you who have always, turned up on my channel. I really appreciate you all. I am not perfect. I'm not claiming to be perfect. We all learn every day, right? And we agree to disagree. Yes, those of you that I have shouted at today, nothing against you, okay? You are free to come back again when I'm on the live stream, all right? Thank you so much. Adebimpe, my Instagram handle is thatmom. Let me put my handle in the comment section. Let me quickly put this here. My Instagram handle is thatmumof5, same as my channel name. And if you have any question, you can email me. My handle is the same as my thatmumof5@gmail.com, and that IG handle is my Instagram handle, so you can find me there. If there's any question, feel free to drop your questions there. All right. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you all, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe about 7 o'clock tomorrow. Maybe about 7 o'clock tomorrow. Let's come talk about that video I saw. It brought me to tears. I cried because I was like, Nigeria is bad. It's getting really bad. Chika said, thanks for always sharing impact. You're welcome, Chika. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, General. Okay, let me find General Mayegun. Loud bass. You not let me rest with this Mayegun. Let me find him now. He said Mayegun General Live. Okay, Mayegun General Live. Let me go find him. So, guys, I'm going to round up now. Do have a lovely Saturday night. VDM, nothing against Falana. Loud ways, I don't talk about that again. I don't move on. I don't move on. So, hopefully, I shall see you guys again tomorrow, later on in the evening. And do have a lovely Saturday night. All right. So, Mayegun General Live. Mayegun General. I'm trying to find him a General Live. Yeah, I think I found him. Yeah. So I think he talks about politics and stuff. Hey, I'm not a politician, no, loud bass. I'm not a politician, no. I think he's currently on live just now. Right, okay, let me end this live stream and let's go see what he's got to say. Thank you so much, guys. I shall see you all later. All right, and have a beautiful Saturday night, okay? See you later.